Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Rustlers fans of all ages, welcome and thank you for joining us here tonight in Wainwright. We've got game 2 between your Wainwright Rustlers and the Elk Point Elks in the opening round of the SaskAlta Senior Hockey League playoffs. Rustlers looking to even the series here tonight after losing on the road in Elk Point last night. It was a 6-4 final score. After the Rustlers went down 3-0 in the first period, they just couldn't recover. Despite a strong third period push, they took the loss in the opening game of the postseason. But they've been red hot on home ice this year, and they're looking to even up the series with Nolan Goodwin in between the pipes for your Rustlers tonight. We'll get to that in just a minute as we hear from the PA announcer and listen to the playing of O Canada.
Welcome everyone to SaskAlta Senior Playoff Hockey between the Wainwright Rustlers and the Elk Point Elks. This is game 2 of the best of 5 series, with Elk Point holding a 1-game to none lead. Your starting goaltenders for Elk Point, number 33, Brady Fraser. For your Rustlers, number 49, Nolan Goodwin. Tonight, the Rustlers are welcome their honorary captain, Hadley Pfister. Hadley is 5 years old and plays for the Wainwright U17 Team 4. Her favorite NHL team, the Edmonton Oilers, and Carson Susie is her favorite NHL player. Derek Pfister may be her dad, but he doesn't hold her heart when it comes to the name of Hadley's favorite Russell player. That honor goes to Corey Woodward. Hadley's ideal pregame meal is eggs and moose sausage. And in her free time, Hadley likes to draw and color. Welcome, Hadley Pfister. At this time, I ask everyone rise if you're able to remove cover of the singing of O Canada by our very own Jayla Cosmo.
Hold with 4 minutes left for an extra.
And we're ready to play some hockey on a Saturday night in Wainwright. Your starting goaltenders, as we already said, is Nolan Goodwin for the Wainwright Rustlers. And it's Grady Fraser for the Elk Point Elks. As these two teams will do battle for the second time in as many nights. Looks like the starting 5 tonight is going to be Kelvin Hamilton, Derek Pfister, and Scotty McCluskey up front. I lied. Looks like Scotty McCluskey's playing on the defensive side tonight. He'll be alongside Connor James. Joining Pfister and Hamilton on the front end will be Carson James, who fires a shot high over the net. And the puck comes out to the neutral zone where Elk Point's able to dump it in low. McCluskey chips that into the corner and eventually finds its way to Connor James. Connor skates down the left wing, tries to sidestep a defender, but the second one knocked the puck loose with a good stick check. But now Carson had a chance in the slot, but it got knocked off his stick. Now Brent Soretsky chasing it down in his own end. He played last night for the first time in about a month. He's been nursing, I believe it was an ankle injury. Played last night in game one, picked up a goal and assist in the loss. Now Lishka plays to the point to Goslin. He sends a weak shot towards the net. The save's made with the pads. The rebound comes out to the corner where Elk Point picks it up and quickly moves up ice. They're coming down the right wing, trying to pass the slot, but nobody there except for Tyler Ray, who picks it up. But isn't able to get it out of the zone as the pressure from Elk Point forces a turnover, and they clear it behind the net. Rustlers still can't get out of the zone, and now Elk Point with a hard shot. But Nolan Goodwin with a big glove save holds on to that for a face-off. Some fast action so far in the first minute and a half of this game. Now face-off in the Rustlers' end. Trevor Clausen comes in for the draw. He's got Dicker and Mullet with him on this forward line. Cole Layton and Spencer Goslin on the blue line. Now Goslin just plays it to an empty space, and Mullet picks it up, dumps it all the way down the ice. Now in the corner, Clausen's battling for it, but Elk Point comes away with it. They clear down the ice. No icing as it was tipped, so Goodwin comes out and leaves it there for McCluskey. Now Dicker down the left wing. He'll play a little dump and chase to himself. The defender was rubbing him the whole way. Wouldn't let him get to that puck. But now Mike Shirley comes in with some fresh legs, fighting for it in the corner, and he comes away with it. Tries to play it to the point to Connor James, but that pass was deflected. And now Elk Point with a chance to clear. Chad Marchand with plenty of pressure on the forecheck, forcing the defender to turn back a few times. And now forces a turnover again with a little spinorama shot along the ice, but it's held onto by Fraser for a face-off. Little extracurriculars after the whistle there as Marchand got knocked to the ice. I wasn't there in Elk Point last night, but I heard it got pretty chippy. So don't be surprised to see a few fireworks here in Wainwright tonight. Shirley almost picks off a pass inside the Elk Point blue line, but the Elks come away with it. Dumping in behind the net. Connor James is there to shovel it forward. The Rustlers can't get it out of the zone as the Elks go blue line to blue line. Long shot, steered wide with the blocker of Goodwin. And now a shot over the net. Goes off the glass in an awkward way. But the Rustlers able to eventually pick it up. That pass to Woodward out of his reach. And Elk Point dumps it once again. So he's trying to find a breakout of their own end here. James is almost flying down the right wing with speed, but he got a stick lifted at the last second. Now McCluskey's shot is saved, and it's kicked wide. The Elks come back the other way, down the right wing, passing to the high slot. Another great blocker saved by Goodwin. Steers it over into the right corner, and the Rustlers is able to chip it out into the neutral zone. And relieve some of the pressure, but now Elk Point coming the other way quickly once again. That clearing attempt almost hit the referee right in the nose, but he bailed out of the way in a hurry. And now a loose puck comes off the boards to Derek Pfister. Plays it to Goslin, who gets stripped right at the red line. Eventually Hamilton's able to come away with it. Slides it over to Goslin. Goslin's shot misses the net and rings all the way around the boards. The Elks dump it in. Right on goal. Goodwin clears that over to Connor James. The Rustlers do now get out of the zone into Soretsky. The Rustlers are offside now. They got to check up. Soretsky had a chance there, but had a couple defenders in his way. Now Elk Point right up the middle of the ice. And that shot from the high slot blocked by James. Second shot goes wide of the goal. And now Ray sends it back to James. We're just going to go on the backhand, little dump. Allowing Soretsky to chase it down. He gets hauled down behind the net. The puck comes loose right up to Connor James. And his pass, he was looking for Lishka, standing in the Ovechkin spot over there on the face-off dot in the left wing, but pass was tipped up and over the glass and into the crowd. As we're a little bit over 5 minutes into this one now. Still scoreless. The Rustlers win the draw here. Dicker with a chance right in front. He goes to the backhand. Can't beat Fraser, who stood his ground. He was not fooled by the little triple deke by Dicker. The Rustlers are going to try again. They win the draw once again. Dicker fires one right off the draw. But the save was made, and the Elks clear the zone. Clausen dumps it right in on goal. Fraser is going to hold on to that one for another faceoff. The Rustlers just trying to put pucks on net right now. We've got a good trio of forwards that'll do just that in Marchand, Woodward, and Shirley. Woodward forcing turnover in the corner. He tries to feed Shirley in the slot, but that pass is intercepted. Long shot from the point, steered wide with the blocker, and now Woodward in the corner. He tries a centering pass, but it's deflected up into the netting. And we'll get another face-off to Fraser's blocker side. Same 5 skaters are going to stay out there for the Rustlers. The referee is having a discussion with the Elks bench. Not sure what that was about. There might have been some spicy words exchanged. Might be tempering that early on in the game. Now Goslin's breakout pass is picked off. And the Elks trying to feed it into the slot, and they had a man there wide open. It was Aaron Gagne who couldn't connect on that. Beautiful pass. Now Shirley skates into the offensive zone. He gets stood up just inside the blue line. As these Elks are playing tight and physical early on in this game. That Pfister shot hit Shirley right in the back end. Didn't make it to the goal. But now Bailey from center ice. Tries to feed Marchand, but it was just a touch out of his reach. The Elks clear the zone. It's Connor James at his own blue line. Good pass up to his brother Carson, who then slides it over to Hamilton, who had a chance in the backhand, but he's drawn a penalty. Ugh. Use your words, big guy. He's drawn a penalty. It's going to be a hooking call, or slashing, I believe, was the signal, but they're calling it slashing. And the Rustlers are going to get their first power play of the night exactly 7 minutes into this game. It's going to be Pfister, Carson, James, and Hamilton out there with McCluskey and Connor James. Connor's shot was tipped, doesn't make it to the net. He's able to stop the clearing attempt inside the blue line, though, but not the second time, as he picks up the loose puck in the neutral zone. The Rustlers have to tag up. Now Hamilton with a nice pass over to James. He kicks it up to his stick. James feeds it into the slot, but couldn't find anybody there. And Elk Point able to clear it all the way down the ice once again. McCluskey there to gather it behind his net. Soretsky's out there now. The Rustlers get plenty of firepower on this power play. He feeds it to Carson James in a golden opportunity. I'm not sure if it hit the post or if the save was made, but James almost buries one on a gorgeous pass from Brant Suretsky. Halfway through this power play opportunity for the Rustlers as Mullet dumps it in the far corner. Dicker's there to chase it down, but Marchand's the one who picks it up. Marchand cycles to Suretsky. Goes cross ice to Goslin. His shot looking for a tip in front with plenty of bodies there screening. Missed the net. Now Marchand at the blue line. He finds Goslin on the other side. Goslin steps in, shoots, and the save is made, but he picks up his own rebound. He holds on to it in the corner. Sends it down to Suretsky. Suretsky looking for a teammate as he's being pressured heavily. Now Goslin at the point. Back to Suretsky once again. He goes towards the crease with a pass there, but couldn't connect, and the Elks clear the puck. We've only got 10 seconds remaining in this power play. The Rustlers have had a couple of chances, but can't bury on one. Now they nearly turn it over in front of their own net. Luckily, they come away with it. Now it's Hamilton coming down the left wing. He tries to feed it to Connor James, but it catches an Elk Point skate, and that attempt went by the wayside. Now the Rustlers, quick in transition, have a chance here. Hamilton on the left wing. It gets knocked off his stick, but he kicks it back up to his tape. Tries to send it down low to Shirley, but that pass is picked off. And now Elk Point comes the other way, trying to make something happen for the first time in a few minutes. That shot is redirected wide. Now we got a battle in the corner. Suretsky and James in there. The Rustlers do come away with it. Carson tries to flip it out of the zone, but it gets knocked out of the air. Now Pfister has to hustle to try and get there. And now we're going to get a penalty on the Rustlers. Brighton Beatty kept those feet moving as he carried the puck all the way around the offensive zone, and Suretsky got called for the slash, I believe. And now the Elks will have their first shot at a power play opportunity. Rustlers win the draw. And the captain clears it all the way down the ice immediately. So Rustlers get off to a good start to this penalty kill. The Elks enter the zone. Send it down low. Bailey's there to pin it against the boards. He swings it around to Marchand. Good play by those two as they chip it out of the zone and kill even more time off this Suretsky penalty. Now Goslin's going to chase it down in the corner and sling it all the way down the ice once again. We're halfway through the penalty kill for the Rustlers. And they haven't allowed much other than a shot from long distance. Carson James playing physical in the neutral zone and knocking the puck carrier off the puck. And now Lawson forces a turnover, dumps it in right on goal. Carson James in the forecheck once again, nearly picked off the puck behind the net, but he had to swing back. And Elk Point's going to ice. Oh, almost iced it here on the power play, but they got to it first, so no icing. They work it in behind the Rustlers' goal. Now up to the point. Try to feed one to the left wing, but passes offline. Now a shot goes up and over the net. And back to the point once again. They work it down low. James fanned on the clearing attempt. And the Elks regain possession as Suretsky comes out of the box now. We're back to full-strength hockey. James smacks it up the boards. Lands right on Suretsky's stick. He's got fresh legs, and he feeds it up to Pfister. Real nice pass. Back to Pfister once again. The Rustlers with a good chance there. Couldn't bury one. Now they have another chance, and they scored! Rustlers take the lead in the first period. It's Kelvin Hamilton. Soretsky got it started with all kinds of speed coming out of the box. And a little back and forth with Soretsky. Or with Pfister, I should say. And then Soretsky is able to toss it out in front. And then Kelvin Hamilton, with all kinds of patience, just steps around the goaltender. Knocks it home to give the Rustlers a 1-0 lead. Now they have another chance here. Ray had an opportunity there. Now Soretsky's going to fire one. That one got blocked, though. And the Elks able to clear the zone.
Hamilton from Soretsky and Pfister at 7:46.
Now the Rustlers trying to get it out of the zone. They do. They could have had numbers, but couldn't connect on the pass. And now the Elks enter the zone. They've got it in behind the net. Try a centering pass, but Goodwin with a great stick broke up that pass into the slot. Gosling now from in front of his own goal. Flips it up to Marchand into the neutral zone. He'll chip it forward and chase it down himself. He forces a turnover there. Centering pass right in front. And they score again. It's Mike Shirley. What an effort by Chad Marchand, who, with a great veteran presence, just chipped it down into the corner. Took his time getting there. Stepped around the defender at the last second and forced a turnover in the corner. And just slipped it out in front of the net where Mike Shirley was standing there waiting. And Frazier had no chance on that one, as Shirley was left all alone just outside the blue paint.
Second goal from number 71, Mike Shirley. This to number 8, Chad Marchand. Number 4, Captain Gosling.
Marchand carries it once again. He slides it over to Woodward this time. Marchand's shot was blocked. The Elks gather the puck. Try to work it into the neutral zone. Chad Marchand almost threw a massive hit there. Luckily, the puck carrier just got out of the way at the last second. 6 minutes to go in the first period. It's been a good one for the Rustlers so far. They're playing strong on home ice as they have all season long. Connor James puts a shot on goal. The rebound comes all the way almost to the blue line. Rustlers force another turnover here. Dicker throws a massive hit. The old reverse hit. He was the puck carrier, but he blew up the Elks forward. And threw another big hit right in front of the Zamboni doors. Now he's going to head to the bench. Getting all kinds of taps from his teammates and coaches for his effort on that shift. Now a chance right in front. Mullet picks it up. Save was made, but the rebound comes towards the point. Bailey's there to try and chip it down into the corner. Can't get enough on it, though, and the Elks clear the zone, but not for long, as Carson James, with all kinds of hustle, picks it up, crosses the blue line, and feeds Derek Pfister down there. Pfister picks it up once again. The Rustlers play it down low. It's Hamilton in the corner. He's got Pfister in the high slot, but couldn't pull the trigger on the pass quick enough. Now Carson fires a shot wide. Puck comes to Gosling at the point. He just throws it towards the goal, but wasn't able to get much on it. And the Elks come the other way. They flip it up. But Bailey knocks it out of midair. Breaks up that attempt. And now the Elks with a chance right in front, and they bury it. That puck was bouncing all over the place. Ended up on an Elk stick right at the side of the goal. And Gosling did all he could, sprawling in front of the net to try and play goaltender on that one, but couldn't get there in time. And Elk Point makes it a 2-1 hockey game with 4 minutes, 19 seconds to go in the first period. A little issue with the netting in the Rustlers' goal as the linesmen are going to tie a few knots in that and make sure everything's secure. Looks like we're good to go. Soretsky and Bullion are going to step in for the draw. Bullion wins it this time.
That on-point goal from number 39, Elks.
And now the Elks dump it into the zone. But the Rustlers get a hold of it. Can't clear the zone, though, as that Lishka clearing attempt ended up right in the chest of an Elks defenseman. Lishka will try once again, but he chips it a little too far for Soretsky. And now McCluskey from his own end. He's got Soretsky trying to spring him. That pass is just out of his reach and leads to an icing call. It'll come all the way back down the other end with 3:45 remaining in the first period. Elks win the draw on their ensuing shot, goes wide of the goal and ends up on Lishka's stick. He sends a backhand pass into the neutral zone to Soretsky. He's not able to hold on to it, and the Elks come the other way. They try to chip it past Goslin, but he makes a good defensive play. Getting in the lane. And now we're going to call a hand pass here, the referee does. This faceoff will come outside the blue line, as it was a hand pass on the Elks. That Marchand Shirley Woodward line is out there once again trying to make something happen and regain the 2-goal lead. Leighton placed around the boards. Goslin picks it up. Nearly draws a hooking call there. Goslin lumbering through the neutral zone, carries it himself all the way. Puts a sharp angle shot on goal. Looks like it tricked Fraser for a second, but couldn't beat the goaltender on that one. Now Shirley goes all the way across the ice, but that aerial pass is picked off. Goodwin leaves it there for James. Leighton trying to find an outlet. Eventually gets it to Marchand, whose shot is deflected off an Elk stick and way up and into the netting. And with that, we'll get a Rustlers line change. 4 fresh bodies out there. Connor James had just recently come on for Spencer Goslin, so lots of fresh legs for the Rustlers, an offensive zone faceoff, but the Elks win this one. Clear the zone. Connor James feeds it to Clausen near center ice. The Elks force a turnover. Dump it into the Wainwright end. And now a clearing attempt hit the referee right in the skate. Ended up almost right in front of the goal and on an Elk point stick, but Goodwin made a great save, and then the net is tossed on top of him as there was some rough stuff behind the Rustlers' net. The net was flipped up and right over the goaltender. Looks like it didn't cause any problems, though. We're good to go. The Rustlers win this draw. It's McCluskey in his own end. Back to James now. He goes right through the middle of the ice with tons of speed. Fires a shot, but right into the chest of Fraser, and he holds on for the faceoff. Pfister in for the draw. He wins it this time. Back to McCluskey. And now right in front, Pfister had a chance on the rebound, but couldn't kick it up to his stick in time. And then he gets tackled behind the net. They're still throwing shots at each other there, but no penalties. It's the playoffs. They're letting the boys play. Dump attempt ends up right on goal, and then the second chance as two Elks were the first to the rebound there, but Connor James picks it up now. Sends it the other way to his brother, and he scores! The James connection makes it 3-1 for the Rustlers. A great cross-ice pass from Connor James to Carson James, and he absolutely let one rip with a one-timer. Carson's stick looked like it bent right in half. He had so much torque on that shot. Fraser had no chance. As with 1:15 remaining in the first period, the Rustlers take back their 2-goal lead, making it 3-1.
Number 37, Carson James. Assist number 15, Connor James. And the goal, 1:15. James from James at 1:15.
Soretsky in for the draw now. He wins that one. Back to Lishka, but it hopped over his stick, giving the Elks a chance to come the other way. They enter the zone down the left wing.
Last minute of play.
Soretsky with a great job back-checking and knocking that puck off the puck carrier's stick. Now Goslin puts a stop to that zone entry attempt. But the Elks have possession of the puck once again. 35 seconds to go in this opening period. Goslin plays it off the boards and out of the zone, and now Soretsky might have a chance. He carries it over the blue line, slides it over to Shirley. And he puts a hard wrist shot on net, but it's swallowed up and held onto for a face-off with 22 and a half seconds to go. The Rustlers look for a last chance effort here. It's Marchand, Woodward, and Shirley in here. Wins it straight back to Shirley, who slides it over to Connor James. His shot is deflected off an Elk Point stick, ends up behind the net. 12 seconds to go now. Shirley along the boards, tries to get it to James. He doesn't get enough on it. Elk Point coming the other way. They're looking for a last chance opportunity as the clock ticks down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds. And that's going to do it. Elk Point had a chance after the buzzer as they put one home from the slot. But the buzzer had long sounded by then. So we got some issues here behind the net. Connor James and Shane Whitney kind of going at it, doing a little Olympic wrestling back there. The linesman is going to usher Whitney out of the way.
Bench on bench over here.
And now the benches are chirping at each other. I told you things got chippy last night. And expect much of the same here in Wainwright tonight. And it looks like we're getting exactly what we expected. We'll see how this develops throughout the course of the game. But for now, we're going to take a break for the intermission. After 20 minutes of play, it's 3-1 for the Rustlers. Because we've had plenty of action in this opening period. Shots are 21-12 in the first 20 minutes. Just action back and forth all night long. And surely we'll see more of that in the second period. But until then, we're taking a break. We'll be back in about 20 minutes for the start of the second period. Stay tuned. Welcome back, folks. It's time to start the second period. If you're just joining us, it's 3-1 for the Rustlers. After the first period, they're leading on the shot counter, 21-12. There's been plenty of action in the opening period, both offensively and physically, as things got pretty chippy, especially near the end of the period. Wouldn't be surprised to see that continue as this game rolls along. Both teams are 0 for 1 on the power play. As surprisingly enough, in a hockey game of Wainwright, there's only been 2 penalties called. Pretty rare. Now the Rustlers win the opening draw of the second period. It's Connor James. Carries it down the left wing and dumps it behind the net. Shirley's going to chase it down. But the Rustlers aren't able to keep it in the blue line, inside the blue line. The whistle blows for an offside call. We'll get a draw just outside the Elk Point blue line. Marchand, Woodward, and Shirley out here in the opening seconds of the second period. Elks win the draw. Send a cross-ice pass right in front of their own bench, but it was picked off by Connor James, who swings back into his own end. That gets knocked off his stick. But it's shoveled out into the neutral zone where the Elks pick it up, dump it in. Now McCloskey slides it back to James, up to Woodward. And his pass split his teammates, Shirley and Marchand, but then it ends up on Shirley's stick. He steps into the zone. He's got Woodward with him, but the pass was on his back foot, and he couldn't connect on it. And now Woodward's pass to the point misses McCloskey and goes all the way down the ice. Goodwin plays it over to McCloskey. And then over to Goslin as the Rustlers get some fresh legs out here. Goslin's pass hits an Elk Point player in the leg. They pick it up and carry it into the zone and put a quick shot on goal, but Goodwin saves that and holds on for a face-off. No trouble there for a minute and a half into this middle frame. Now off the draw, Goslin gets slew-footed. Looked like a bit of an old Brian McCabe can opener. The Rustlers keep control of the puck anyway. It's Carson James with a shot from the high slot, but he didn't get a whole lot on it. And Fraser's able to hold on for a face-off. The James brothers are out there once again. They connected on a goal in the first period where Connor sent a beautiful cross-ice pass to his brother Carson, who absolutely fired a rocket in for the second goal of the night, I believe it was, if my memory serves me right. Elk Point flips it way up in the air and out to center ice. Connor James is going to scoop it up just beside his own blue line. Send it to his brother, who chips it deep into Elk Point territory. The Elks quickly pick it up, and it's Morgan Grieve with plenty of speed down the right wing. Sidesteps Bailey, puts a shot on goal, and it caught Goodwin in the arm and then the post. Saved by the iron, and now Goodwin makes a blocker save and sends it wide in the net. Good shot block there by Clausen, giving the Rustlers a chance to clear it. Dicker chips it past the defender and then gets stood up, but he was eventually able to work his way past the defender. Got it to Mullet. His centering pass found no one. Rustlers able to keep it inside the blue line, though. Pass right out in front. Clausen couldn't get a whole lot on that shot either. Now Goslin picks it up in his own end. He's got Bailey with him on the other side. Quickly up to Dicker, but it gets knocked off his stick right away. Bailey sends it to Mullet in the neutral zone. And Dicker with a nifty pass to Soretsky, who crosses the blue line, fires one, but that misses the net. Bailey's able to keep it inside the blue line. And now Soretsky down low in a battle behind the net. Looked like he had no chance to win that battle, but he eventually came away with the puck. But then later on, it gets knocked off his stick. Rustlers try to dump it in. Elk Point puts a stop to that. And they dump it in themselves, going for a full service change, the Elks are. And they send it to Soretsky, who was just a half step offside. And you know you've got fair officials when the linesman is calling an offside on his own son. No favoritism here in Wainwright, that's for sure. The Elks win the draw, put a long shot on goal. And the blocker safe by Goodwin. And then he sprawls, but the rebound comes right out to Braden Labont. Braden Labont buries one to make it 3-2, and it's down to a one-goal game once again. A little under 4 minutes into this second period. The Elks score on a quick rush here. The Rustlers are going to try and get it back now. They won the draw, and Marchand dumps it deep.
Assistant number 21, Frankie.
But the Elks eventually able to work it out of their own end. Labont comes carrying the puck, get across the blue line once again. Sends it to his teammate across the ice, and now Beatty at the point. They work it down low. Couple of whacks at a loose puck in front of the net, but Goodwin's able to hold on to it. And now we got yet another little wrestling match out front as Labont, who just scored the Elks goal, picked up Cole Layton like it was a wrestling match and tossed him to the ground. But once again, these officials just letting the boys play. It is the playoffs. So they seem to be putting the whistles away tonight. Well, maybe not that much, though, as they're ushering Layton to the box right now. It looks like Lamont's going to go, too. They're going to take them both and try and calm things down a little bit. It's going to be offsetting minors, still 5-on-5 hockey. There's a whole lot of trash talking going on, both on and off the ice. Both benches are pretty fired up tonight and pretty mouthy. Now shot from the slot is saved by Goodwin, but he's not able to hold on to it, so the rebound comes out to an Elks stick, but the Rustlers able to get a hold of it now. They dump it down the ice, and it's going to be right on goal, so there's no icing. And Fraser's going to hold on to that one for a face-off as Carson James was right in his kitchen and bringing the pressure. So we're going to get an offensive zone face-off for the Rustlers. Pfister in for the draw now. He tries to win it forward to himself. Wasn't very successful on that, but Carson James picked it up anyway. He chipped it around to the other side of the ice, but there's no teammates over there, so Elk Point was able to clear the zone. And now they carry it into the Rustlers' territory. Pass right into the slot, missed two Elks players. Eventually, it finds one at the point, and his shot goes well over the net, giving Carson James a chance to carry the puck down the ice. He crosses the blue line, comes in and fires one, but it's tipped just wide of the net, giving the Elks a chance to clear once again. Now Pfister tries to carry it across the blue line, but he lost control of it and went offside on himself. So that's going to blow the play dead. So that's okay, because it gives the Rustlers a chance to complete the line change that they were in the middle of. And now with fresh legs, Clausen comes in for the draw. The Elks win it this time, though. And now Beatty's going to carry it across the blue line himself, but tried to sidestep three Rustlers players at once. Now it was just not going to happen. Dicker throws another massive hit. That's his third big hit of the night. James comes in and fires a hard shot. And now another tackle on a Rustler as the Elk Point captain, Matt Bouillon, took Dicker down to the ice, and he's got blood gushing down his face right now. Looks like he might have got cut by his own visor. He'll go get looked at on the bench as the trainers attend to him. The referee scraped the blood off the ice. No penalty on that tackle once again, as we're playing a physical brand of hockey tonight here in Wainwright. Nearly 6 minutes gone in this second period as Rustlers hold on to a 1-goal lead. It's 3-2 in favor of the home team. Right off the draw, Lishka sends a hard shot on net and blocker save made. A saucer pass attempt ends up right in the Rustlers bench. And that's going to bring a face-off all the way back into the Elk Point end. The Rustlers maybe with a chance here. Still going to be that Soretsky, Ray, and Lishka line. Elk Point wins the draw. And Lishka forces a turnover. He tries to play it to the point, but his teammate was in the neutral zone instead of on the blue line. But that's okay, because James played it up quickly to Soretsky. He lost it at the side of the goal, but Ray picks up the loose puck, shovels it back to Soretsky. Soretsky being harassed, but he sends a saucer pass over to McCluskey. His sharp angle shot was saved, and the rebound comes right out to the Elks. It's Whitney coming down the right wing, but a great defensive play by Connor James. Slams on the brakes and broke up the play. Now Lishka with a hard shot beat the goaltender, but it was just a few inches wide of the far post. The Elks come the other direction. Their passes went off a Rustler's skate. So Wainwright with a chance now. Shirley sends it to Marchand, who tips it in low. Woodward's chasing after it. Now Gosselin at the point. His long shot looked like the goalie didn't see a lot of it. But lucky for him, it missed the net. Now Shirley battling in the corner. He beats two defenders and feeds Woodward right in front. Beautiful effort by Shirley. But Woodward couldn't beat the goaltender. Barely able to keep it in, but not the second time as it comes back outside the blue line. And now Gosselin from the neutral zone. Shirley's going to pick up the loose puck here on the right wing. Feeds it right out in front. Another great chance there for Kelvin Hamilton. Couldn't beat Frazier that time either. Now Shirley with the shot gets tipped up in the air. Frazier scoops it out of the air with his glove and holds on for the draw.
This is what the whole game was like last night.
Rustlers with all kinds of chances, but Frazier standing on his head. And now Hamilton, I believe that's... Yeah, Hamilton in for the draw. Don't see him taking draws all that often. And Elk Point comes all the way down the ice. But Pfister very quickly puts a stop to that rush. Has it pinned against the boards in front of the Zamboni doors. Now Hamilton pinned in the corner. A good pass to Carson James to start the breakout here. He slides it over to his brother Connor. There's a touch behind him, so he had to kick it up to his stick to slow things down a little bit. And then Elk Point's able to clear it. McCluskey from the neutral zone sends a pass forward but can't connect with anybody, and Elk Point quickly dumps it down the ice. The Elks dump it once again. McCluskey plays it over to Connor James, up to Carson James. He'll go right through the middle of the ice on his own, splits a pair of defenders. But then his shot didn't get much on his shot as the defender got a stick on it at the last second. Goslin's able to keep it in the blue line. But only for a moment. Now he picks it up in the neutral zone. Puck's dumped all the way in behind the Elk Point net. And the Elks able to clear it, and now it's Whitford from the corner He just cycles it down low. Now Whitney and Goslin are in a battle in the corner. It comes to the point. And Clausen's there to pick off the cross-ice pass. He plays a little dump and chase along with Ty Mullet. And Clausen with a nice good hit. As Trevor Clausen is setting the tone here before going to the bench. Soretsky in his own territory. Tries to play it off the glass, but it goes over the glass and right into the crowd. Looks like it may have caught a fan, but there wasn't a whole lot of mustard on that puck, so looks like she's no worse for the wear. She's celebrating with her new souvenir. And now as Rustlers and the linesmen corral a lost stick in the Elk Point territory. Now we're ready for the face-off here. The Elks win the draw. But Connor James is able to get hold of it and shovel it up to Mike Shirley. And they clear the zone. We're in the second half of the game now. 9.5 minutes to go in this second period. The Rustlers still leading 3-2. The Elks come in and fire a shot on net, but not a whole lot on that one, and no traffic in front, so Goodwin's able to hold on to that. It's a best-of-5 series between these two in the opening round. As you mentioned earlier, Elk Point won on home ice last night. Its series opened up there, despite the Rustlers having home ice advantage of the series, but the ice was not available here last night, so they headed to Elk Point. We got Game 2 here tonight. Game 3 is going to be here on Wednesday night. Game 4 will be next Friday in Elk Point, and if necessary, Game 5 will be Saturday right back here. Now Pfister with a chance right in front. We put a puck on net. Save was made, and Elk Point's able to clear the zone. Now McCluskey's got to hustle to get back. He plays it off the boards. Eventually finds its way to Connor James. He'll work his way up through the neutral zone. Carrying it himself. Steps around the defender with a nice toe drag. Tries to feed it back to his brother Carson. That was almost a gorgeous play, but it got broken up at the very last second. Now the Elks Beatty carries it through the neutral zone. Tried for a long pass, but a great defensive effort by Goslin to break that up. Now Lishka with the puck in the offensive zone, but he gets pinned against the boards. He gets it back eventually, but can't hold on to it. He gets it back once again. He fires a shot and scores! What a shot from Lishka. Quick goal. From the high slot, he just stepped in and absolutely ripped that one far down. He had 3 chances along the boards to do something with that puck, and he kept getting knocked off his stick every time. But the third time, he made no mistake. He made no mistake whatsoever as he stepped in the slot. Absolutely ripped a wrist shot. And his teammates are giving him all kinds of love as he heads back to the bench. We got just under 8 minutes to go in this one. It's now a 4-2 hockey game. That's going to be a quick icing call on the Rustlers. They'll come all the way back down to Wainwright territory.
Lishka, Soretsky, and Goslin at 7:54.
Elk Point at the point now. Long shot looking for a tip in front. Goodwin is able to make the save there. And now McCluskey placed off the boards to Shirley. He's got a man on the other side. It's Cody Woodward. He crosses the blue line, lets one rip, but right into the glove of Fraser, who holds on for the faceoff. That's Kyler Lishka's first goal since December 2nd. Only his third goal as a Rustler. He had 2 goals in that game in Kitscotty on December 2nd. Hasn't scored since, so that's a big one for him. His first Rustler playoff goal. And now another puck into the crowd. Looks like everybody's safe up there once again, but we're going to get a face-off here. It's going to come outside the Elk Point blue line.
Exit key, real key, cutting edge, and go.
Rustlers win the draw, and they try to dump it in, but the Elk Point defenseman put a stop to that in a hurry. Now, puck bouncing all over the place. Eventually ends up in an Elk Point stick. Played in behind the net. Carson James is able to clear the zone, and now Pfister trying to use some speed to get to that first, but Elk Point's able to make the play. They carried into the zone. It's Whitney, but it gets knocked off his stick. And now right out in front, they had a man standing right in front of Goodwin, but he couldn't corral the puck, and the Rustlers able to clear the zone, but they cleared a little too far. And it goes for an icing call. 6.5 minutes right on the nose remaining in this second period. Pfister comes in and wins the draw to his cousin Scott McCluskey. Back to Pfister, and now to Hamilton, who just tips it deep into Elk Point territory. Carson James with all kinds of effort in the corner there, battling for it. But it eventually is cleared out of the zone. The Rustlers have to regroup. Dicker just throwing the body around all night. Lays another good hit there. The Elks able to maintain possession, and they just drew a penalty as well. As it looks like Mullet's going to go to the box for slashing. These Elks may not be the most skilled team in the league, but man, did they keep their feet moving all night long. And when you don't stop moving your feet, you draw a lot of penalties. And that's the second time tonight that the Rustlers have taken a penalty because puck carrier just kept chugging along, and eventually that's going to catch up to you. But the penalty kills look good so far. They're going to try and kill another one here. They're doing a great job so far. Soretsky picks up a loose puck and sends it all the way down the ice. Beatty picks it up behind his own net. Looking for an Elk Point breakout here. He's going to carry it himself all the way. But Marchand with a good play knocks it off his stick. And with 5 minutes to go now in the second period, the Rustlers are penalty kill unit is looking strong. The Elks send it into the zone. Whitney plays it into the corner. Now up to Beatty at the point. All the way across the ice. And to Labonte now, the previous goal scorer. But he can't bury. Now back to Beatty at the point. His shot is blocked by Bailey. Great job sacrificing the body to make the play there. And now Marchand has it pinned against the boards. Killing precious time off the clock. And he's able to clear the zone all the way down the ice. There's now 30 seconds left in the Mullet penalty. And the Rustlers bench is letting this penalty kill unit know they appreciate the hard work. And now Soretsky with a chance, shorthanded. He can't bury it. He's got another chance. Sends it out in front. The Rustlers whacking away to loose puck in the crease. Nothing doing. And now we're going to get a penalty on Elk Point, it appears. as Soretsky had multiple shorthanded chances there. Got just jumped on as he was face down on the ice in the crease. It's going to be 2 minutes for roughing. That's Beatty going to the box. As he had pinned Brent Soretsky on the ice. But man, what an opportunity for Brant, who has all kinds of speed in hands. Forced a turnover right in front of the Elk Point net. Had a chance and with a sprawling goaltender, couldn't bury the first time. Took it around the back of the net for the wraparound. Couldn't bury it the second time, but did draw the penalty. So here we go. Connor James's pass gets picked off, and now Elk Point has numbers coming the other way. Soretsky's the only man back, and he makes the play. He hits a stick right on the shooter's stick and prevents the shot. And now Mullet with a breakaway. He shoots it over the net. The Rustlers are now in the power play as Mullet had just stepped out of the penalty box. We got a minute 25 of power play now. It's Connor James on the right point. He fans in the pass attempt, though. And now Elk Point comes the other way. Looking for the shorthanded opportunity of their own. And it looked like Calvin Laschowski had a chance right in front, and he just ended up bowling over Nolan Goodwin. His mask pops off, so we get a whistle for safety's sake. A minute 14 left in this power play for the Rustlers. They're looking to extend that lead even further. It's up 4-2 now with 3:21 to go in period number 2. Rustlers win the draw and look for a solid power play breakout, get something set up here. Carson James, who just fires one towards the net. It misses the net, but Goslin is there to pick it up. Now Hamilton gets taken off his stick. Now Point's able to clear it out of the zone once again. 45 seconds left in this power play as even more time is going to come off the clock now. Good clearing opportunity there for Elk Point. Rustlers are offside. They got to tag up before applying some pressure here. Giving the Elks all the time in the world. They just stand there. Now they clear it. Rustlers enter the zone. It's Dicker with the puck now. He'll send it to Goslin at the point. And go across the blue line to Marchand. Marchand goes down low to Mullet. Nice cross-ice pass to Soretsky. But the save was made there, and now Elk Point was trying to spring a quick breakaway of their own, but pass is broken up, and the Rustlers have a chance to come the other way. Shirley feeds it to Soretsky. He's one-on-one with the defenseman. He steps into the slot, fires a hard shot, but it misses wide. Now he forces a turnover in the neutral zone. He's got Shirley on his left if he can break free from this defenseman. He sends it to Woodward. Now James at the point. Feeds it over to McCluskey, and his shot misses the net. Looks like we're going to get a Elk Point power play, and bad news for the Rustlers is Soretsky is down on the ice, and he looks like he's not okay. Soretsky's still on the ice. Looks like he may have just picked up a tooth off the ice. He is in all kinds of pain. And this is not good for one of the most skilled players on this Rustlers roster. He is very shooken up. And he's going to slowly make his way to the bench, or to the room. Trainers are going to go to the room right now. We got our resident nurse heading down there as well to check in on Brent and make sure he's getting the care and attention that he needs. It's going to be a 4-minute high sticking penalty. So the Rustlers have a double power play coming up. Minute 21 left in the second period, and they win the draw here. Connor James fires a hard shot, but it's over the net. Now James with the point once again. Gets it to Hamilton. Back to James. James works it down to Hamilton once again. He goes cross ice to McCluskey and back to James again. Now Hamilton with the one-timer. But Fraser got over in time to make the save. Loose puck behind the net. Rustlers come away with it. Now Hamilton with another chance. And he gets hauled down. That'd be a horse collar tackle in football. And we'll see what the penalty is here now, as that arm came up well after he got yanked by the back of the jersey. So we'll see who's going. It's going to be 2 minutes for roughing on Derek Pfister. So that extra long power play is short-lived for the time being for the Rustlers. 45 seconds remaining in the period. And we'll have 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes.
Derek Pfister, 2 minutes for roughing. Time of penalty, 44 seconds. Pfister, a minor for roughing, 44 seconds. Reminder, everyone, get your 50-50 tickets. Pay up for over $1,000. The lounge is still open.
Marchand carries it himself through the neutral zone, slides it over to Shirley. Shirley puts it on net. Rebound lands right on Marchand's stick, and he got a couple whacks at it, but couldn't bury it. And now James from the neutral zone with 10 seconds to go. He sends it to Shirley in front. Goslin was there as well, and he got a shot off. Couldn't beat the goaltender, and that's going to do it for the second period. It was an interesting one, to say the least. Lots of action on both ends. Rustlers still with a 2-goal lead, just like they had after the first period. And it's been a wild 40 minutes of hockey tonight here at Wainwright. We're going to take a break for intermission. The third period is going to be an exciting one, I can guarantee you that. Make sure you join us in about 20 minutes for puck drop in the third period. It's time for the third period here in Wainwright. If you're just joining us, it's a 4-2 lead for the Rustlers. We're going to be starting this third with some 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute and 16 seconds. And then the Rustlers will go on the power play. They win the opening draw of the period here. Now it's McCluskey carrying it through the neutral zone. It gets knocked off the stick, though. And now Elk Point heading south, crosses the blue line. Shot right on goal. Save is made, and Goodwin directs it into the corner. Now Connor James will swoop back in his own end to give himself a little breathing room. Rustlers just barely stay on side, and Shirley had a chance there. The defenseman knocked the puck away at the very last second. Chad Marchand has some beautiful patience there. Feeds it over to Shirley, and now it looks like we're going to get a Elk Point penalty. It's going to be, couldn't tell if that was a knee or a trip signal. That's 4 minutes for kneeing. That's the second consecutive 4-minute penalty for the Elks. So it's going to be a 4-on-3 power play for 17 seconds. And then we'll have a 5-on-3 power play for as much as a minute 20 for the Rustlers. So a fantastic opportunity here to extend their lead. Connor James right in front, feeds it to Carson James. Went for the one-timer. Couldn't bury it. He had a wide open net, though. If he had held on to it for a fraction of a second, he probably could have buried it. But now Elk Point clears it all the way down the ice. The Rustlers with a 2-man advantage for at least the next, or for up to the next minute and 10 seconds. They're hoping it's less than that as they try to bury one here. Oh, Pfister with a backhand chance deep in the slot. It went off the crossbar and up into the netting. So now the faceoff will come outside the blue line. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in tonight. It's always great to have lots of support here on the live stream. We love having you guys with us. Thanks, Ken, for your kind words in the comments. Always love having you on board, joining us from Arizona. Now the Rustlers right in front. Dicker, 3-4, whacks at it. And the fourth one counts as he buries it on the 2-man advantage. Put the Rustlers up 5-3 here, less than 2 minutes into the third period. And the Rustlers will still have 3 minutes and 8 seconds of power play time. It's a great chance for the home team to maybe put a nail in the coffin here. They can get another power play goal or two in this opportunity. They could really salt this one away.
The Rustler goals, scoring the power play, number 86, Calvin Victor. Number 15, Connor James. Number 8, Chad Marchand. On the goal, 18.
Now Connor James carries it through the neutral zone. Shovels it off to his brother at the last second. And Carson puts a shot over the net and goes off the glass and then into the netting. And it's going to be a face-off outside the blue line, I believe. Yes, it is. Face-off coming outside. That shot went directly off James' stick and out of play. Rustlers win the draw once again. Hamilton plays it in behind the Elk Point net. But they're able to clear it all the way down the ice. Now Pfister sends it all the way across the ice to Carson James. He's got it in the corner now. Plays it up to Goslin at the point. Across to McCluskey. He winds up, but elects to pass. It's Hamilton in front of the Zamboni doors. Cycles it down to Carson. Back up to McCluskey. Goes blue line to Goslin. McCluskey at the top by himself now. Gives it to Carson James. His hard shot goes wide. And now Goslin at the point. He finds Carson once again. He steps in the slot, fires, but Fraser with a great glove save there. Snags it out of midair. And we're now into the second half of this 4-minute power play for the Rustlers. So no longer a chance for a double power play goal on this kneeing penalty, but they still have a minute 55 of power play time remaining. But Elk Point trying to make something happen shorthanded, but a great effort by Kelvin Dicker to get back and make the play. Last man back was there to break up the scoring chance, and now Marchand carries the puck through neutral zone, sends it to Connor James. Back to Marchand as Connor James got absolutely annihilated into the boards, and he is down and hurt. Very slow to get up. He is up, though. Limping his way towards the bench very slowly. That's got to be a boarding penalty. Connor James now does make his way to the bench. Training staff immediately coming to his aid and checking him out. That's two of the Rustlers' very best players going down so far in this game. Hopefully Connor's okay. We haven't seen Soretsky come back from the box after taking a big high stick, losing a tooth, and was showing signs of being in a lot of pain late in the second period. He'll presumably be out for the night. And now Connor James is feeling it. Rustlers are calling for Wozniak to get booted from the game, but he's going to sit in the penalty box. 7 Rustlers on the ice right now as they're all having discussions with one another and with the officiating crew. This Elk Point bench is getting pretty aggressive over here. A whole lot of jawing going on between these benches. And if you haven't noticed by now, this is going to be a nasty, nasty playoff series. And now we just saw 3 or 4 Elk Point players go to their locker room. Rustlers kind of huddled around the bench. A few of them, Derek Fister's out in front of the Elks bench, having it seems to be a civil discussion with them. I wish I could tell you what all this is about, but I have no clue. The Rustlers now with another 5-on-3 power play here for at least a minute 20. Julian got 2 minutes for charging on that hit that took Connor James to the bench. He just took his helmet off and went down the hallway to the locker room. So keep an eye on that, see if he comes back to the bench. Goslin carries across the blue line. Feeds it over to Marchand. Goslin with the shot right in the chest of Fraser, and he holds on. So we're a little over 4 minutes into this third period, and it's had all kinds of craziness happen in this 4 minutes and 11 seconds. The Rustlers hoping to continue the action with a power play goal or two here. Marchand picks it up in his own end. Carries it across the blue line. Gets stood up along the boards. And now there's a high stick from Elk Point as they were trying to clear it. And they're just going to touch it and take the whistle anyway. That face-off is going to come outside the blue line. He's got 23 seconds remaining in the first Elk Point penalty, which is that 4-minute kneeing call. 56 seconds remaining in the charging penalty. Rustlers win the draw, and Dicker tried to feed Shirley right away, but he wasn't ready for that. And the Elks had a chance to clear it all the way down the ice. Now it's Goslin carrying through the neutral zone. Sends it off to Shirley. He goes across the blue line to McCluskey. And it's now 5-on-4 as LeBlanc comes out of the box. Goslin's shot was blocked. And the Elks cleared all the way down the ice once again. 22 seconds left in this power play as the Rustlers still have that 3-goal lead. And that's going to all but do it for the power play, extended power play chance for the Rustlers. We're back to full strength now, and Rustlers take an icing call, so it's going to come back down to the south end of the arena. Still no sign of Connor James on the bench. Oh, there he is. He just came onto the ice to do a quick lap. See how he's feeling, and he looks like he's ready to go. Hockey players are a tough breed, I tell you. Connor James went into the boards in a vicious way, and he's right back on the bench and ready to go. Now with lots of speed, Elk Point comes down the left wing, put a shot high and off Goodwin's blocker and up into the netting. So going to face off to his right-hand side as we've got 14 minutes left in this third period. So Rustlers trying to hold on to this 3-goal lead and make it a 1-1 series in this opening round of the playoffs. Rustlers win the draw, and Carson James was trying to slide it forward, but couldn't complete the pass, and now Elk Point has a chance to come the other way.
It is a blue ticket. Ticket number 276-511. That's a blue ticket, 276-511 for $1,420.
So close to winning the 50-50 tonight, folks. There's only about three strips of tickets away, but no such luck once again. Now Marchand in here for the draw. He tries to win it forward. The Elks come away with it. Try to play it up to the point. It comes all the way down the ice. James serving a 2-minute hooking penalty. The Rustlers looking to kill this one off. And they get it out of the zone this time. Elk Point has to retreat, regroup, tag up. They'll play a little dump and chase, try and set things up here. Bailey and Shirley applying the pressure along the boards here to the puck carrier. Bailey with another shot block. That's the second of the night. That gave Shirley a chance to fire it down the ice. Bailey's going to head to the bench and get a whole bunch of taps from his teammates. Now Gagne carries it across the blue line. He's got LeBlanc on the other side. For the Rustlers, able to clear it once again. Down to 50 seconds remaining in the James penalty. 12.5 minutes left in regulation. The Elks can't connect on the pass there, and that gave Connor James, who's back out for the first shift after taking that big hit, gives him a chance to clear the puck, killing even more time off his brother's penalty. Connor clears it once again. And that'll pretty nearly do it for this penalty kill for the Rustlers. Carson will be coming out of the box in 5 seconds. Shot from the wing. Swallowed up by Goodwin right in his chest, and he holds on for a face-off. Got a face-off in the Rustlers' end. There's still a man down as Carson has 2 seconds to go in his penalty. So surely they're thinking of trying to win this and send him on a breakaway, and they're going to try and do that right now. They get the puck to him, and he's got Pfister with him. Pfister's got it now, and he sends a shot over the net. Hamilton puts one right in front. Defenseman knocked it down right inside the crease. The Rustlers tried to get there to take a whack at it, but not in time. That's an icing call. Now the Rustlers win the draw here. Muskie, his shot gets knocked down right away, and the Elks come back the other way. In behind the net now. And James plays it up to Mullet, who slides it to an open wing. The Elks able to pick it up. Dicker picks it off, picks a pass off right at the Elk Point blue line. He'll dump it in and go for a change as we approach the halfway mark of this third period. And the Rustlers are going to have to kill off another penalty as Beatty was on a fast track through the neutral zone right at the middle of the ice, and he got hauled down by Mullet as he tried to split the pair of Mullet and Bailey. That's going to be 2 minutes for tripping. The Rustlers are going to have to come up big on the penalty kill once again. Lawson in for the draw. He wins that back, and Goslin's going to be the first man to it. And he sends it down the ice in a hurry. Labonte carries across the blue line. Swings it all the way around the net. Now it's Beatty. He goes around the net as well. Tries to go cross ice, but there's nobody there. And the puck comes out to center ice. Quick change here for the Rustlers as the Elks take their time coming through the neutral zone. And Mike Shirley picks it off. Comes flying down the ice, but he's going to take the smart play and play it back in the neutral zone and let Chad Marchand send it back even further and kill as much time as possible off this penalty, which is now halfway done. Beatty in the neutral zone sends it to Grieve, who just dumps it in. But the Rustlers, once again, with a great play from McCluskey, send it to the north end of the rink and force the Elks to regroup once again. 35 seconds left in this penalty. The Rustlers, once again, clear the zone. This Elks power play is starting to look just defeated. So there's not a whole lot of get up and go in their game right now, as this penalty kill just continuously thwarts any chance that this power play might have. James once again sends it all the way down the ice, and with 4 seconds to go, Mullet's standing ready to go. And we're back to 5-on-5 hockey, just like that. Mullet's going to go straight to the bench in favor of Kelvin Hamilton. Now the Elks with a centering pass right in front. Goslin got a stick on that and sent it to Carson James. From his knees, he makes a pass up to Kelvin Hamilton, who cuts to the middle of the ice. Backhand pass back to James. who tries to go cross ice to Hamilton once again. But it came to all the way to the point, and Goslin's shot was directed right on goal and held onto for a face-off. The Elks are looking like they're starting to run out of juice a little bit as we got 8 minutes, 7 seconds left in this one. The Rustlers aren't going to give them much in the final minutes of this game. We're going to have a redo on the face-off here. The Elks win it this time, but the Rustlers immediately apply plenty of pressure. Pfister comes away with it. His shot's blocked. Second attempt, looking for a redirect in front, but it doesn't get through. And now Hamilton in the corner. He steps out front and fires a sharp angle shot, but it went up and over the net. I think that puck had kind of gone up on end on him. And he sent it skyward. It's going to be a face-off outside the blue line here. Mullet, Marchand, and Dicker is the line. And they win the draw. Connor James dumps it in the far corner. And Mullet is going to be the first to get there. Marchand gets a hold of it and sends it to the point where McCluskey fires a shot right into the chest of the goalie. And we got another face-off coming. McCluskey from the point. He gets it to Dicker right in front, but he fans on that attempt. The second time, he gets it to Marchand at the side of the goal, but he puts it over the net. And then Dicker's second shot attempt went wide and came all the way down the ice. McCluskey's there to pick it up. And now Dicker's gifted an opportunity here as the defenseman wiped out. He puts it over the net once again. These Rustlers might have to take a look at the toe curves on their blades as they're just firing everything up into the air. But with a 3-goal lead and 7 minutes to go in the hockey game, it's not as big a deal as it could be. Woodward sends it into the right corner. Lawson applying pressure on the forecheck. The Elks 2 cleared out of the zone, though. Now they come with some speed down the left wing, slamming on the brakes, trying to feed Labonte in the slot, but Shirley picks it off and dumps it down the ice. Not far enough for icing. Woodward still there on the forecheck. He forces a turnover in the corner, feeds it out in front, but it gets knocked away right before Hamilton could get a stick on it. Now Goodwin with a save. He sends it into the corner away from harm's way. Hamilton picks up loose puck and sends it to Carson James, who's coming down the right wing. Slams on the brakes, steps back into the middle, finds Hamilton, who tried to step around the goaltender and tuck it home, but he got hauled down in the process and wasn't able to get enough on it to get around the goaltender. Now the Rustlers force another turnover just outside their blue line. And now Marchand has a chance here. He drops it for James, who drops it for Pfister, who makes no mistake and buries it. And then he goes right after Labonte. Derek Pfister playing some old school hockey, scoring a goal and then giving shots to his opponent before he could even celebrate with his teammates. And 4 of the Rustlers are going to go celebrate with their teammates on the bench as the goal scorer heads to the penalty box. Not a sequence of events you see too often. But it's a 6-2 lead now for the Rustlers as they take advantage of another turnover in the neutral zone and a great series of drop passes in the slot from from Marchand to James to Pfister, and right into the back of the net. Now discussions between captains and officials once again. Looks like there's going to be a few penalties handed out here. There's 2 Elks in the box. And Pfister on the Rustlers side. And the scoreboard is showing a 4-minute power play for the Rustlers. So we'll see how this all shook out when the PA announcer lets us know the call.
The Rustler goals, number 19, Derek Pfister, number 15, Connor G, number 8, Sanderson. Out that goal, 540. Pfister from G and Marchand, 540. Those penalties, to 1 point, number 19, Brady Lamont, 4 minutes for spearing, 2 minutes for roughing, and to the Rustlers, number 19, Derek Pfister, 2 minutes for roughing, time of those penalties, 540.
So that's what it was. After the goal, the Pfister goal, or just as he was in the process of scoring that goal, he was speared by Lamont, which sparked the shots that he took at Lamont. And now more penalties being handed out here. It's going to be another Elk Point penalty. It seems their tempers are not being held in check here in the final minutes of this game. They're going to be handed another 2 for cross-checking. So the previous set of penalties, Pfister and Lamont exchanged coincidental minors for roughing, but Lamont took the 4-minute spearing penalty, which was Elk Point's 3rd 4-minute penalty of the game. And now they took a cross-checking call, so the Rustlers, for the 3rd time tonight, have a 2-man advantage. With 4.5 minutes to go and holding on to a 4-goal lead. It will be interesting to see how everything pans out here in the last 4.5 minutes, as it's been a chippy state of affairs here in Wainwright tonight. Now from the side of the goal, Carson James sends it to Shirley. Couldn't bury the first time, but he gets it the second time. And Shirley, with his 2nd goal of the night, makes it 7-2 for the Rustlers. And with that, the Rustlers will maintain their 2-man advantage, even with the power play goal, as there was 2 minutes and 34 seconds left in the 4-minute penalty. So that'll be knocked down to 2 minutes, and they still will be playing 5-on-3 hockey in a 7-2 hockey game. Elk Point wins the draw here. Dump it down the ice. We'll see if the Rustlers try to pour it on for the last few minutes of this game, or if they just try and get out of this one healthy and just play it out. But Connor James answered my question pretty quickly as he fired a quick wrist shot that went off the crossbar, inches away from making it 8-2. Connor now carries it through the neutral zone, taking his time, and sends it back to the point to McCluskey. Back to Connor once again. Kelvin Hamilton in front of the net with the screen. James puts a hard shot on. Save is made. Loose puck out in front. Rustlers take a couple shots at it, and now they're going to take a penalty. So the Coincidental Miners are finished. Pfister heads to the bench. But Tyler Ray takes the spot in the penalty box. It's going to be 2 minutes for high sticking. But it's still a power play. It's going to be a 4-on-3 hockey, which you see very rarely, but it's always fun to watch. Lots of wide open ice to work with. Woodward tried to find Shirley on the back post, but it was just out of his reach. And now James finds Shirley, and that's the Hattie. 3 goals tonight for Mike Shirley, as he makes it 8-2 for the Rustlers. And that will about do it for this one. With 2:51 to go, it's a 6-goal lead. Rustlers are going to make it a 1-1 series after this as they dominate on home ice tonight, as they have for the majority of this season. Rustlers win the draw here, as we got 4-on-4 hockey for the next 20 seconds or so. And now some more heated exchanges down here in Elk Point territory, as somebody down there, looks like it was Beatty, gave James a little shot to the chin after the offside whistle. But we play on.
Rustler goals, number 71, Mike Shirley, his third of the game.
Now Lishka picks up loose puck in the neutral zone and smartly just plays it in deep. The Elks now back to full strength.
Goal, 2:15. Shirley, Woodward and James at 2:15.
And the Rustlers they do clear the zone, and now Lishka has a breakaway. He settles the puck down. He's got a step on the defender. He beats the goaltender 5-hole, but puts it off the post, and it sat there in the crease, just taunting him as he was looking for his second goal of the game. Rustlers work it in deep, and with 40 seconds to go in this penalty, we'll go for a partial line change. We're in the final 2 minutes of this hockey game. And the Rustlers, no doubt, just trying to get out of here intact. And now the Elks nearly scores. A shot from the point. It caught Goodwin awkwardly, popped up in the air and sat in the blue paint. But Goslin cleared it out of there quickly. Ray's standing and ready to go. He's out of the box momentarily. And we're now back to full strength. The Elks try to make something happen here and give themselves a fuzzy feeling before the end of the game, but Goodwin's glove prevented that. So we got 1:04 left to go. Ray throwing around the body off the face-off.
Last minute of play, third period.
Allowing his team to pick up the puck. And they flick it out into the neutral zone as time ticks down within the final minute. When it becomes official, this final score, the Rustlers will have tied the series at 1 game apiece. Losing 6-4 last night, but winning 8-2 as it stands now tonight in the opening best-of-5 series against these Elks. Game 3 is going to be Wednesday night here in Wainwright. An 8:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time puck drop. We'll be here bringing you all the action on YouTube. We hope you'll join us. We know you'll join us because you guys are such great supporters of this Rustlers team. And they really appreciate it, especially at this time of year, as they're in the hunt for the SaskAlta Senior Hockey League Championship before hosting the Senior AA Hockey Alberta Provincial Championships here in Wainwright in April. So they've got a long road to go in the playoffs before they can worry about provincials. And the next step in that journey is Wednesday night. Puck had gone up and over the glass here, and with 6 seconds to go, nobody's going to be trying that hard, but still needed a fresh puck to drop it and run out the clock. And that'll do it. It's an 8-2 victory for the Rustlers. Nolan Goodwin picks up the first playoff win of the season for Wainwright. Mike Shirley scores a hat trick tonight, making it 4 playoff goals for him already in 2 games. And the Rustlers win an important Game 2 here on home ice. But that's going to be it for us tonight. Thanks once again for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And we're looking forward to seeing you once again on Wednesday night, 8:30 puck drop. Be there to cheer on the Rustlers as they look to take the lead in this opening round of the playoffs. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you then.